Okay, so today we have Morrissey and Piccadilly Palare, I want to say. I've never heard that word, but here we are. I'm going to learn today. So yeah, this is from Bonadrag. I think I did one from Bonadrag last week as well, but this has been requested. And honestly, I thought I did a reaction to this, but apparently I did not. So anyway, we're going to get into this, talk about it after. So let's go. Wolf in the back.
Off the rails I was, and off the rails I was happy to stay. Get out of my way. On the rack I was, easy meat and a reasonably goodbye. A reasonably goodbye. The Piccadilly Palare was just silly slang between me and the boys in my gang. So bona Travada, oh you lovely and you lovely riot. We plied an ancient trade where we threw all life's instructions away, exchanging lies and digs my way. 'Cause in a belted coat, oh, I secretly knew that I hadn't a clue. You can't get there that way. You follow me. The Piccadilly Palare was just silly slang between me and the boys in my gang. Exchanging Palare, you wouldn't understand. Good sons like you never do. A cold water room, it's not much I know, but for now it's where I belong. Am I really doing wrong? Around the center of town, it's where I belong. Am I really doing wrong? So why do you smile when you think about Earl's Court? But you cry when you think of all the battles you fought and lost. It may all end tomorrow, or it could go on forever, in which case I'm doomed. It could go on forever, in which case I'm doomed.
All right, Morrissey, Piccadilly Palare, actually, that's how I guess you pronounce it. And yeah, for another Morrissey Friday. This was a remastered version, so I do know that some of the lyrics here weren't in, I guess, other versions of the song, especially with the second chorus, and then the third verse, I guess, was not in it. I guess that's what I've learned here from genius.com anyway. So yeah, I have to say, again, his vocal performance here was off the hook again. And especially, I love when he does, it's not like a voice crack. I guess it wouldn't be a voice crack for him, but like his voice kind of breaks, I guess, at points. And it kind of, when he's singing, I guess, deep or low, deep or low, deep or high, and yeah, it just kind of breaks for a second, and then it just sounds quiet, and I don't know, it's just everything he does with his vocals. I just love Morrissey's vocals, obviously, and especially here. When he was singing, where the heck is that part? Hold that phone. With the second chorus, I guess just with the choruses either way. The whole Piccadilly Palare, and especially when he said Palare, because I didn't know how to say it, so I was waiting for him to say it. Was just silly slang between me and the boys and my gang, exchanging Palare. You wouldn't understand. Good sons like you never do. And then also, I liked the part where he was saying he didn't know what he was doing. I hadn't a clue. And it's just, again, there's parts here, again, when he said, off the rails I was, and off the rails I was happy to stay. Get out of my way. Again, it's just his kind of writing style. That's, it's always that kind of writing style. I don't even know how you would explain it. It's just the essential Morrissey writing style. A little bit of tongue-in-cheek every now and then, but also kind of like, a lot of people wouldn't want to be off the rails, I guess, but of course, like he said, I was happy to be off the rails and stay there. And yeah, I just I really enjoyed the track. And apparently also Andy Rourke played bass on this, and it's the last time, it says here on Wikipedia, this was the last time any former member of the Smiths would collaborate with Morrissey. And this was in 1990. So yeah, that was the last time. My goodness, isn't that a little sad? Anyway, there is an about here on Genius about the song. So it says, this was released as the lead and only single off of Bona Drag. The song follows a male prostitute who hangs out at Piccadilly Circus. And I did have to search up the word Palare, I guess you would say. And there is a Wikipedia page here, and I just want to read a little bit about it. So it says, I guess how you would pronounce this, Palare, from the Italian term to talk. As a form of slang used in Britain by some actors, circus and fairground showmen, professional wrestlers, merchant Navy sailors, criminal sex workers, and the gay subculture. And also, I did realize, or I did see in the comments on YouTube for the song, that people were saying, I know this is about, I guess, gay men or whatever, and I guess I don't know, I didn't know what the song was about, I guess, but I saw a lot of people saying, I know this is kind of about, being gay and all this kind of stuff, and so yeah, I learned that's what that's about, I guess, as well. Anyway, obviously it has to do with the gay subculture. It says there are some debates about its origins, could be traced back to the 19th century, and yeah, that's basically all I wanted to see. But again, it has to do with kind of, the gay subculture mostly, and yeah, so again, Morrissey, again, it's the whole thing about, I think people have told me, in the comments before, because I've said, I don't know what Morrissey is. I don't think he's straight. I think a lot of people always say he's kind of, I guess he's bi. But again, I've never really searched to see like what he is actually. I've never actually looked up, is Morrissey gay? Is Morrissey bi? I guess I never did that. But anyway, that's just the realization I just had. Anyway, either way, obviously Piccadilly, we're following a male prostitute here, I guess, what Genius says. But anyway, with the first chorus, the Piccadilly Palare was just silly slang between me and the boys in my gang. So Bona to Vada, OU, your lovely Eek, and your lovely Raya, I want to say. But there is an annotation here. It says, as with November Spawned a Monster, which is a song I have listened to, I remember that. Morrissey chose to write about a subject somewhat taboo in pop music, which again, something that Morrissey kind of never shies away from. He doesn't really care. He'll write whatever. Male prostitution, specifically around the Piccadilly Circus in London. So again, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about the Piccadilly Circus or anything like that. Again, I live in Canada. I don't know what goes on in London. The title of the song refers to this the slang language, Palare, like I said, which is, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but whatever. First used by male prostitutes in the 19th century and was then taken up by homosexuals in the 1960s to disguise sexual work, I guess, which was illegal in the UK until 1967. And then it says, so good, Bona, to see Vada, your lovely face, Eek, and your lovely hair, Raya. So that's basically it's saying what those words mean as well. So yeah, he just says, so good to see your lovely face and your lovely hair. And I guess, yeah, if we're talking about prostitution here, I really like that Morrissey, just, again, I like that he always, he talks about these subjects. I like that he talks about, yeah, again, taboo subjects, like it said. Especially, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that's as far as I can go with that topic there. But yeah, just, the whole thing about how, taboo, I think of, other artists that came before Morrissey, who were talking about, I think about the Pistols, the Sex Pistols, again, another UK band, talking about anarchy, or, the Queen and all this stuff. And obviously Morrissey would come along and talk about Margaret Thatcher and, like, the Queen at times. And, that's just the kind of music that I'm more drawn to, which I just, people that just don't really care, they just write a song full of, I guess, things that other people don't want to say or sing. And anyway, I just like that, Morrissey's kind of giving a voice to the, the gay culture, I guess, here, which is nice to see. Anyway, going on here again with the second verse, it says, "A cold water room, it's not much, I know, but for now it's where I belong. Am I really doing wrong?" So it goes on here with an annotation. In keeping with the first verse, the narrator feels comfortable with his questionable lifestyle, stating that his meager cold water room is where he belongs, and even if there's not much, this leads him to wonder if he could be really doing anything wrong when he has a sense of belonging and acceptance in his situation. So again, if you're just talking about, if you just bring this down back to, talking about being a male prostitute, or just being any, I guess, kind of sex worker, I guess, especially in 1990, it still wasn't, really seen as work or whatever. It was still, as it said, it was taboo. I mean, it's still taboo today, even though so many, millions, I think even probably billions at this point of people watch, porn or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of funny to think, it's just like, there's so many people that, especially, I mean, yeah, there's always going to be sex work out there to be had. And it's just like, at the end of the day, you're going to feel kind of dirty, and it might not even be because of you. Like it said here, it's just talking about they feel comfortable, but why do I feel, still feel bad? It's just like, again, it just comes down to, I guess, the stigma. But anyway, moving on to the third verse, when he says, "So why do you smile when you think about Earl's Court?" So it says, Earl's Court is an area, and I've heard of Earl's Court, but anyway, is an area in London which, prior to Vauxhall and Soho, which again, Vauxhall and I, another Morrissey album, becoming more popular areas, was one of the focal points of gay life. London's first gay nightclub, the Copacabana, I want to say, opened there in the late 70s. So again, I like how Morrissey's bringing light to these things, bringing light to, these obviously vital things that happened, especially, the first gay nightclub in London. And then the outro, when he says kind of faintly, "Bona drag, bona drag, bona drag, bona drag," which I don't think he's ever said those words on another song from this album. But anyway, it says bona equals good, drag can, as in clothes. So this is from a quote from Peter Burton's Parallel Lives. So anyway, the drag of bona drag also has other associations, as in dressing up and clothing more conventionally work by people of the opposite sex, or taking a drag of a cigarette, or something being a drag, as in tiresome or boresome, boring, or a main road, the main drag, etc. All of this makes the meaning of bona drag, also the title of the album, somewhat ambiguous. So yeah, because I mean, I didn't really even understand what this was saying here. But obviously, like I said, in the other language that I was talking about, Palare, I guess you would say, bona is good and drag is can. So I guess good can, but can as in clothes. So either way, bona drag, yeah. I mean, again, it's Morrissey. You're going to get some ambiguity. And yeah, I guess that's about all that I have to say about this. This is all I found. Anyway, like I said, as somebody who, knows, has family members. I mean, I think everybody has family members who are, gay or whatever. It's nice to know that, even in the 1990s, which, I mean, still doesn't seem so far away, but it was 30 years ago now, 1990, 1991 was. But yeah, it's just good to know that, somebody like Morrissey and a lot of other people, were talking about these subjects that were still seen as taboo, just talking about the gay subculture, which is very just kind of dumb. I mean, obviously the religious people probably didn't like that, and they still don't like it, but who gives a shit? Anyway, yeah, and again, today, I mean, still a lot of people have a problem with it. But thankfully, I think it's kind of more people are on the side of gay people, which, I mean, is obviously good. Anyway, I'm just happy that, you know, they're kind of more accepted now, obviously, and that I kind of live in this time and not in, you know, the 50s or 60s or whatever, something like that. But anyway, yeah, a really good song. Really love his voice again. It was nice to know Andy Rourke was on this and the last, you know, thing he did with Morrissey. And yeah, a really good song, really jumping song. And I liked it quite a bit. Another good one I really liked recently that I listened to. The last two Morrissey Fridays have been really good songs, I have to say. Anyway, I guess that's it. And I guess that would say a lot about this album on its own. Must be one of his best. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all the support. And I will talk to you guys again soon. It's over now.